we're back for another installment of I can't read what that says. That's plugged in. Let me plug in my cell phone. All right. I can hear myself on the stream. That means my mic isn't muted. I think I should be good to go. There we are. Sip some water. Look at the pod. Looks like I'm going this way. Let's just check what other quests we got. Collect junk and get a melon. Let's go. June 6th. Today's Delvin's birthday, but he's not here, so I had to party by myself. Give me lizard. My lizard. Mushroom. Oh, it's kinda. I was like, why did it look like there was a person there? Almost forgot where we're going this stream. I remember now. We're going to Facade. That one game where there's like a couple who's having a terrible relationship or something. I don't know. It's an old game.
So, what's Facade like?
It's strange. Let's just leave it at that.
Stranger than a boorish young woman who battles monsters in her undergarments.
Let's go.
What is this? A fountain?
It appears to be out of service.
That's weird. Woofies!
Wolves!
Look out!
Oh, what? Big Wolfie! Goodbye, Big Wolfie.
They're leaving.
Oh.
That one appears to be the pack leader.
Boppity doop boop boppa da pop pop. Blippity dippity deep. Bop beep bop beep bop beep bop bop beep bop bop beep bop. Boom 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 boom. Boom boom boom. No, 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 no. There's a chasm. Oh.
The gate is sealed tight.
Well,
Poop.
great. Guess we're not getting in.
Where is she going?
오! 아니 가인의 같아! 킷! 와르라! 옮긴다!
You know these guys, Kaine?
Not exactly.
March 16th, the boy who's always running around outside gave me a super pretty flower today. I wonder if Popola knows what it's called. Ooh. Big palace.
A while back, I saved a local kid from a pack of wolves. Ever since, this town's welcomed me with open arms. Gotta be a pretty screwed up place if they let me in, huh?
Something like that.
Anyway, I don't understand a word they say, so don't get too excited. The king lives in the big building. Figure out the rest for yourself.
What about you?
I'll stay here. I hate crap like this.
I don't know whether to thank you or wish you ill. I suppose a quick stroll about town is in order.
The language they use here is pretty crazy. So, good luck with that.
All right.
What are they saying?
Fascinating. They speak a language I have never before encountered.
Mmm. Does it just warp us there?
I'd wager that huge structure is the king's manor.
How do
Maybe.
we even get there?
With willpower and smarts, my lad.
I know a way. You just go around town.
No entry, it would seem.
And after we finally made it all this way...
Man, that took forever.
Yeah, this is pointless. Let us go back.
All right. No, I could get back there on my own.
I find this town odd. They are clearly outsiders, and yet they seem completely unconcerned with our presence here.
Well, it's way better than being thrown out for being different.
Oh. That kid die or something? Thank you. No, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'll even take your basket. Hey kid, you just got robbed. Yeah, I robbed you.
Oh, look. This one lacks the power of speech. Perhaps she can communicate through gesture. Let me see. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I am Fira. Do you need help?
Yes, we came here to talk to your king, but it turns out we can't actually talk to anyone.
I can guide you? Oh, she will act as our guide. How fortuitous.
Wonderful.
But first, I must explain this town.
We really just need to see the king.
No, there are rules to follow. Follow me. Well, there you have it.
Nice. This is an item shop. All shops and houses in this city must abide by the following rule. An inverted mirror? What does that mean? Rule 106. Do not live on ground level.
Rule 106?
No, 106.
Is Rule 106 the reason for your labyrinthine system of staircases?
Yes, this is the rule.
Well, I suppose eccentric people deserve an eccentric town.
Oh, I'm in her way, I guess. This is a sand skiff dock. Rule 115,017. You must view the town and ship before purchasing any items.
Oh, come now. What could possibly be the point of such an absurd rule?
I don't know. It's a rule that was in place when I first came here. Not a new one.
Hold on. Your people are still making rules?
Yes. I heard we passed Rule 124,046 earlier this month.
Of all the idiocy, I could never live in this city.
The way up to the door on one side was the same as the way back on the other. Oh, you mean so like it's just mirrored on one side and the other? Like the right side and the left side are mirrored? Hey, come back here. This is a grocery. Rule 11,034. You must live at a level appropriate to your position.
Ah, so the aristocracy lives in the top levels, while the commoners subsist below?
Yes.
Seems like a rather unpleasant rule for those on the bottom. Does this girl plan to drag us about the entire town in this fashion?
She's just following the rules, Vice.
It's mirrored but backwards, so front to back on the right is back to front on the left. I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it's just mirrored. Like, at least closely. It's not like perfect symmetry. But... oh. Yeah, I don't think it's like... if I were to go one way, then the way back on the other way would be the same. I wonder if Death the Kid rules this city, because it's pretty symmetrical. Except for that broken bridge, he'd have a heart attack. Indeed, symmetry. Oh, I just noticed this guy's face. I like it. Oh. This is a strange thing store.
A strange thing store?
Yes. A store that sells strange things.
Such as...
I don't know. Things are so strange, no one is sure what they do.
Yeah, that is pretty strange.
Oh, I'm in her way again. I gotta take a town if I want to buy. And I'm gonna want to buy, because I'm pretty sure they have a melon here. This is a store that sells raw materials. We use materials to make masks. Rule 12. Do not neglect your mask. If you want to live here, you must have a mask on at all times.
Yes, I was beginning to suspect that. It would seem we are impeding progress.
No way. We impeded 2 steps of progress. This is a weapon shop. This concludes your tour of the city. Thank you for your patience. I will now guide you to the King's Manor.
Thanks.
These rules are enough to make a sensible man reach for the noose. I don't know how you survive in a place with so many inconvenient prescripts.
It's not so bad. Although I used to ask the same question, and then someone told me, rules do not exist to bind you. They exist so you may know your freedoms. When you look at it that way, they don't bother me.
You're a good citizen, Fira.
Last trip around the city. This is the king's manor. However, we have no king now.
You have no king?
Our king was stricken with the foul black illness, and so passed away. His son, the prince, now rules this land.
The Black Scroll.
This is the prince's royal advisor. He would know far more about these things than I.
Thank you. All of this touring has been helpful for understanding your language. I believe I will be able to speak with this advisor myself.
Oh, isn't that fancy? All this gesturing and he learned the language.
We need to talk to the prince.
I'm afraid the prince is not taking outside visitors at present. I would appreciate it if you could come back another day.
My patience for this kind of thing has long ago evaporated.
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault, Fira. Let's go back to Kaine for now.
Yeah. Of course. Why would we go any other way? Noises of straws. Sipping of soda. Oh my gosh.
Slow down, I can barely. The person who saved me. Surely you don't mean Kaine. Kaine helps you. This foul-mouthed hussy?
Piss off, book. You guys done or what?
Hey, did you hear the news? The prince is missing. What? Then we're in violation of Rule 83,348.
What's going on?
The prince is gone, and according to Rule 83,348, we have to start looking for him right away. No, you don't get it. The prince went missing in the barren temple. What? But Rule 50,527 states that only nobility may enter the temple. That means we can't go look for him. But what about Rule 83,348? But what about Rule 50,527?
Why'd they make a bunch of rules that contradict each other?
This is their way and their system of laws. As outsiders, we have no say in the matter. Now,
True
come,
that.
we should be off.
I'm going to save the prince. No, you can't. You have forgotten about Rule 50,527. Oh, screw the rules. Double ellipses. Double ellipses.
That rule only forbids your people from entering the temple, right?
Huh?
So why not ask an outsider to save your prince?
Oh, and what luck. We just happen to have an outsider who can't stop meddling in the affairs of others right here.
Kaine. But the only ones who can enter the temple are...
I'm going to. Fira told me about Rule 1024. You know that one. Rule 1024. You must honor the request of any outsider owed a debt. That's how it goes, right, Fira?
Why did I ever agree to travel with such a pack of do-gooders?
Let's move.
Why couldn't I roam around with a pack of thieves? Instead, I'm with a child and a hussy. Hey, you're coming with us? Let me show you the way. You'll need my guidance through the sandstorm. Everyone's favorite part of video games. The reverse escort mission. They'll never be able to track me. I'm only leaving left footprints. I'll be like, this looks like a one-footed guy. I will guide you through the desert, so please stay close to me.
Beware the wolves.
This sand is too much. I can barely open my eyes.
The moment I open my mouth, the sand rushes inside.
Do you even have a mouth? How does Fira deal with this?
Perhaps there is some manner of filter inside that mask of hers. Keep a keen eye on your surroundings.
Fira sure is brave, isn't she?
For such a minuscule body, she seems to possess almost boundless stores of energy.
Wolves!
Look out!
Oh, what the heck? I've never seen that. Another one! I gotta punch him!
This girl must possess extreme patriotism. Look how she gives all for the sake of her prince.
The parent temple is just ahead. Oh, and one more thing. Oh, a map. Oh, wrong button. I wanted to. Alright. Oh. This is as far as I can
Thanks
go.
for your help.
I wonder how she's gonna make it back across the desert without us. Oh well. She'll probably be fine, right? September 21st, I wish I could meet Kaine, the lady Devlin told me about. I bet she's really nice. Ooh. New music. Mysterious force. Oh yeah, you're right. I killed the wolves. Oh shit, we're stuck. Actions are permitted.
What was that supposed to mean?
Holy shit. Oh, what the?
Sorry, what now?
Guess we have to play by the rules.
Oh. I guess it's also prohibited to get hit. Kaine, what are you doing? You're gonna get smashed! Oh no, Kaine! Yeah, take that. Why did it sound like it had a noise from Breath of the Wild? Oh, master of the trial, it is time to devote yourself to the next rule.
What a bother.
I wonder what this prince is like.
The man is tasked to protect his people, and yet he's made them toil to save him. I think that tells us everything we need to know.
And what exactly does that tell you?
Incompetent fool.
What did you say?
Did I just hear someone?
Ooh. Oh shit. How dare you insult me? Bow down.
Where did you come from, boy?
I'm not a boy. I am the 93rd Prince of Facade.
Wait, seriously? But you're just a kid.
You're the one to talk. You're hardly older than... any older than?
What?
Uh-oh. It looks like he's being taken away by some aliens. Take me away. Chop, 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 chop. Don't know the words. What are the rules? Stationary owl.
Well, that was unusual.
Come on, we have to help him.
Does that mean if I stop, I die? Yes. Oh. O master of the trial, it is time to devote yourself to the next rule. I like shiny. Kinda. Oh. Racing wolf, evasive mouse, magic spewing bat. I think that means no running or dodging. Uh-oh.
God damn it! This shit's starting to piss me off!
Kaine!
What in the... Oh, are you fucking kidding me? Let me go. Let me... I'm gonna kill you when I get out of here!
I assume we'll have to find her as well.
Yep.
I guess so. Oh, I guess I accidentally went too fast. No. Yep. I think there's a way. There should be an option for like auto sprint or something. There it is, off. Still too fast? Wow. Have to be very careful. I got hit. Aw, poop. Oh, I could just attack my way across. What? I was just attacking. There we go. Oh. Didn't mean to do that. I think I have to attack through that. I don't think there's a rule about hitting. Yeah, it's that I keep getting hit. I don't remember how I did this last time. If I blink twice in a row, I die? Oh, that's probably it. I've been blinking this whole time. Damn it. I didn't blink, I swear. Alright, I have 2 blinks. Nope. I accidentally tapped it too hard. I don't think I can. I might be able to fit behind a couple of them, but... we'll see. Okay, I can go behind this one. But I cannot go any further than this. Walk. Oh, I'm so close. This one likes to shoot a whole lot, apparently. I did it! Going behind the boxes worked. Just gotta walk my way there. O master of the trial, it is time to devote yourself to the next rule. We did it! We did it! What is this one? Protected turtle. Spewing bat. What? I don't know what the protected turtle one is, but I think I can run again. Is that really it? What? Okie dokie. This way? No dodging, no pod. Oh, shoot. That was a perfect snipe. I thought I was gonna thread the needle. Oh, I jumped right onto that one. Alright. No, I pressed the button. I pressed the button. That was my bad. I got spooked. I'm like, no, don't hit me. Oh! Don't know how I did not get hit there. O master of the trial, it is time to devote yourself to the next rule. Oh, mini boxes. Do I get to use my lasers now? Yeah, I think I have to use my laser.
This madcap barrage of rules shows no signs of slowing.
Easy, Vice. We need quiet or we're gonna mess this up again.
These masked folks certainly enjoy their bizarre customs.
I wonder what drove them to make such complicated rules.
Oopsies. Oh my goodness. O master of the trial, it is time to devote yourself to the next rule. Oh, I fell into that one.
I'm covered in sand.
Oh my,
Take
okay, don't
care
jump on that one.
before all your health is lost.
Your mother.
I hate being covered in sand.
Yes, do try harder not to fall in, would you?
This looks like a totally average room. With a totally average bridge. And a very deep chasm. Ooh! Sand. This also looks like a totally average room. So I cannot dodge. Don't press the button, almost pressed it. Oh, wonderful. Oh, this guy dies real fast. Oh my god! I wasn't expecting that. The word ought. O master of the trial, it is time to devote yourself to the next rule. Is this the way? Yeah, this is the way we're going. Didn't think so. Hey look, it's that bridge. Oh, I almost walked off. Now loading. Let's hit that quick save. Options, game, auto sprint back on. There we go.
What's this?
Well, this doesn't look suspicious at all.
Not really. Oh, that's kind of weird though. That's not a normal door closing animation.
I suppose that was to be expected.
Hey, look!
Hey, it's one of those boxes. What's that it's carrying? Is that the prince?
That mewling child is inside. Without any rules to bind us, we are free to unleash the entirety of our powers.
It's about time. What is this thing?
I detect magic within the glowing cubes.
There we go.
How mindless.
that it? Is that all you got? Boxes? Oh my goodness, what did I... Why did I ask that? Oh my god, there's so many.
The guardian of this temple is a curious sight indeed.
Says the talking book.
Oh, what the?
This is a powerful foe.
There you are, you bastard!
It's about time.
I'm gonna kill the shit out of you! Now hold still and die already!
Hell yeah! Haha.
How did you find us?
Beats me. I just kicked a bunch of ass and wound up here.
And without even bothering to get dressed.
Fuck off, book.
Kaine, the glowing cubes take priority.
Screw your priorities! I'm gonna kill this thing my way!
Ooh.
This should prove interesting.
Aw, yeah. Time for overkill. Yeah, that'll show you. Wait, I hope we didn't kill the prince. Oh! He was fine. We didn't even have to fight that thing. Nothing's worse than a sad tree. Prince! My liege, have you any idea how in trouble we've... Ah, the royal mask! Our people have suffered since the king's death. I was too young to bridge the gap between our people and other civilizations. Trade has come to a halt. We lack food and water. The people despair for it. This mask is an emblem of the king. With it, I can project a strong image to other lands, and our people can be prosperous once more. My prince, rules do not exist to bind you. They exist so you may know your freedoms. Those are the words of the previous king, my father. And now that I have his mask, I believe I can ascend the throne. Is this correct? Of course. Hail! All hail the new king! I apologize to you, my foreign friends, for all your hardships. I swear by my new position as king, I shall grant whatever you desire. Please! What is it I can do for you?
No, that's alright. We were just happy to help.
Yeah, we just showed up to do good. Nonsense! Speak your desire, that I may see it
I
done.
believe the regent has just given us an order.
I guess so. In that case, how about you make Rule 0? And have it say that if people don't like a rule, they can vote to change it.
What? You think that we haven't made a Rule 0? Ha!
A splendid idea.
Very well. What? But my king, that cannot be. Our people have long memories. We shall never forget the debt we owe, no matter how hard the times. Such is the way of the masked people. And thus, we shall grant your request. Still, that alone cannot repay your debt to you, our debt to you. Please accept this. The one-handed sword rebirth.
Thanks. But I think most of your praise belongs to someone else.
Thank you, Fira. I am sorry for all I put you through. Huh? It's not a problem.
Do you know how to cure the Black Scrawl?
Ah, the foul disease that claimed my father's life. Yeah, we actually had the antidote this whole time. We just never gave it to him because we're dicks.
So, even a king couldn't recover from it.
I fear everything we tried ended in failure.
It seems there is no way around it. We'll have to collect the sealed verses after all.
Yeah, it's the only lead we have.
Pardon me, what are these sealed verses?
We came across an old song that says if we find them all, we can cure the Black Scrawl.
And yes, we are well aware that refrains penned by minstrels half in their cups are hardly a reliable source of information.
Hey, I'll believe anything if there's even a sliver of hope it could help me save Yona. And I'll collect verses, orbs, crystals, magic goat meat, whatever.
Wait, there's magic goat meat? Where can I... One moment, please. Can I ask you to visit us again? To remain as friends?
Of course.
Just try not to get yourself kidnapped again,
Of course, thank you. I promise to be careful. Yo, you guys had a sealed verse? I think the sealed verse we just got is the one that said something about protective turtle. That, or maybe it's like protective turtle means you can't block. As per rule 10,547, I hereby engage to trade food to you. Now come in. Marvel at my wonderful selection. I need 2 of these, and then some fern stuff. I thank you in the name of the rules. Come back soon. As per rule 4202, I hereby engage in trading of materials. So what you need? None of these. As per rule 9102, I am responsible for trading the strange and unusual goods. Or, I mean, when I actually have some on hand. Sounds like that guy is a little short on supplies. Welcome. As per rule 7545, I am hereby engaged to trade of general goods. What? Didn't I get wolf stuff? Yeah. Oh, and a boar liver. Yeah. That's it. I thank you in the name of the rules. Oh yeah. Hit that quick save. I can't talk to her. I got the melon. Run like Naruto, Kaine. Woofy. Let's play Woofy. Yeah, good Woofy.
I suppose rules are rules, even if they are absurd.
I don't think they're absurd.
Oh?
Those rules are important to the masked people.
Damn, I missed every shot.
I do. And I think it's important we respect that.
Wait, I got a new sword. Ooh. That looks cool.
Well, well. The boy is beginning to sound like a man.
Ha ha ha.
I'm not a kid, you know.
I'm not a kid, I'm like 13.
Less talking, more walking.
Oh, we're going too fast apparently. Alright. Enough playing with the puppy. Or not. Kaine can also do that. Those claws. Ooh. I wonder what that is. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Berries. Lizard. Just seeing if there's an item up here. Oh, but there is one right here. Give me a fern. Dang it. Lizard. Oh. Nope. There we go. Let's give him the melon. Ooh, money. Defense drop.
Yona,
Oh, hey,
how are you feeling?
better now that I'm taking the medicine you brought.
Good.
By the way, are you gonna stay here today?
Sure, I could stay.
You bet.
Really? You'll stay with me? Really?
Well, of course.
Yeah, Yona, I'll stay.
Yay!
Now get back to bed.
Okay.
Oh. I hear a voice. I squint and see a boy standing before me. His hair is silver. His skin is pale. He stares up at me with hard, glassy eyes. Soon his lips begin to move, but no sound comes out. What is he saying? I can't hear him. I can't hear him. I can't hear him. I can't hear him. I can't. Ellipses. I try to leave, but something about the boy holds my gaze. I watch his face, expressionless, as his lips move, slowly flutter. What is he trying to say? Wait. It's a phrase. I can almost make it out. It starts with an s, and then there's an I could almost see it. The letters begin to fall together, one after another, faster and faster. Sealed verse. It's a sealed verse. The thing I've been looking for, the key to saving my sister. I stare at the boy with renewed ferocity, trying to desperately make out his next word. Dream. Dream? What? What the hell does that mean? The lips move again, faster now. I can't follow them. Damn it! I want to make it out. I want to scream. I want to tear the walls down around me, but instead I force myself to be calm. I can do this. I can do it for Yona. Slowly. Ever so slowly. I parse out the letters to make up his final words. Forest of Myth. The next morning.
Just a dream. Even in my dreams, I'm hunting sealed verses.
Oh, nice. Thanks. I have to give her the melon.
Morning.
Morning, Yona.
What's wrong? Are you feeling sick too?
No, I had a strange dream.
What was it about?
It's nothing. Don't worry about it.
'Cause I had a dream too.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Me and this boy were playing a game together.
What kind of game?
It was called Guess the Words. I think he made it up because I never heard of it before.
How did it work?
The boy would move his mouth when no words would come out. Then I had to guess what he was trying to say. It was hard. I wanted to play hide and seek, but we had to play his dumb game instead.
So what did he say?
I don't know. All I could figure out was dream and forest of myth. But don't worry, I'm gonna study hard so that next time I can figure out everything.
Oh, wow.
We should play a game together sometime too.
Yeah.
Sure, Yona. I got your melon, Yona.
Thanks.
If there's anything else you want, just let me know.
Well, since you offered, would you mind getting me a watermelon?
Ah, I was about to buy one.
Watermelon this time? Sure thing.
I was like, do I need any of these other ones? Nah, just the melon.
Something troubling you, lad?
Yeah, I could have got that watermelon.
It's nothing. Don't worry about it. Come on, I need to go ask Popola something.
Great minds think alike. Let's talk to Popolopoulos. Nothing's worse than a sad tree. Hi, Popolo.
What's up, Popola?
Oh, hi. I just got a strange letter in the mail.
Dearest Popolo, I hope this letter finds you well. I'm writing in hopes to bring to your attention a certain dream issue of concern regarding recent events in the recent events in Dream the Village. Concern regarding recent events in Dream the Village. I was hoping I might be able to get your advice, Dream, on the matter. Recently, there have been dream reports, dream of a certain dream of dream, evil, dream, empty dream, cursed dream, evil dream, dream words, dream, and dream, someone, dream.
That is certainly one bizarre piece of writing.
Who's it from?
The mayor of a small village in the Forest of Myth. It's a wooded area up north.
The Forest of Myth?
They're usually a bright and cheerful group of people. Something like this is very out of character for them. I have a bad feeling about this.
I'll check it out.
You will? But...
Don't worry about it. I've got business there anyway.
Oh, well, alright. Thank you.
The
Forest of Myth is to the north, after you cross the small wooden bridge in the northern plains.
Alright, I just wanted to see if she had any new other dialogues. Is this door open yet? It is!
What is the purpose of this place?
Beats me. Maybe it's Popola's hobby corner. This is from the junk heap.
For a decoration, it's certainly in poor taste.
It's that lizard thing we fought in the area. Who would make a figure of that anyway? And what is it doing here? What's that?
It resembles the shade we saw in the lost shrine.
We saw this cube back in the Baron Temple.
Perhaps the Prince of Facade gave it to Popola as a gift?
One moment. Alright, there we go. Let me sip some water. Water sipped.
That poor girl.
Beep 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 deep deep beep deep beep deep 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 bop it up a deep. No, it's down, but that's okay. I just need a fern. Hey, this place looks kind of familiar. Kaine isn't joining me? I have to do this. This is mandatory. Now.
Beware. Beware the words.
The words? What do you mean?
Contagious words. Those who dream.
I have to get a piece of paper and a pen for this one.
Those who dream?
Hold a moment. There is a strange new sensation in my mind.
Wait a moment. Vice's voice rose in a quizzical way.
It is not quizzical.
Quizzical.
What's going on?
The villager's body shuddered as he slowly opened his eyes.
Perhaps we should start by asking this man.
Who are you?
We heard something happened to this village, so we came to see if we could help.
The mayor stared at Delvin and Vice.
If you can speak to me, I must have caught you in my dream.
In your dream?
The mayor explained. In the past weeks, a mysterious disease called the Death Dream has spread across the Forest of Myth. Those who caught it were cursed to fall asleep and live forever within the world of their own dreams. The village mayor had determined the Death Dream was spread from person to person by spoken words. But before he could learn more, the disease took him as well. Weiss stared at the mayor, his mouth twitching slightly.
Now see here. Are you saying that we have been absorbed into your dream?
Well, yes.
Said the mayor.
You have.
In other words,
Said
we
Devlin.
caught the death dream?
Before the mayor could confirm Devlin's suspicion, Weiss exploded with rage.
Ridiculous, preposterous, completely unfathomable on every conceivable level. I don't even recall falling asleep.
That's just how the death dream works.
Though polite, the mayor was clearly trying to brush aside the book's remark.
My remarks are not to be brushed aside, fool.
The mayor twisted his mouth into an embarrassed grimace, then quickly changed the subject to who Devlin had seen and what they had discussed since coming to the village.
Something there must have caused you to enter my dream. A certain conversation, a specific word, something.
Delvin and Weiss racked their brains, but could find no easy solution. There were simply too many words to consider, too much random chatter, too many meaningless conversations.
Weiss does not engage in meaningless conversations.
The meager suggestion that Weiss chose his words carelessly seemed to sting his pride.
It does not seem to sting my pride, you bloated gasbag of a narrator. It has demolished it utterly.
Irritated, Weiss looked skyward, as if searching for the answers in the heavens.
I was doing no such thing. Just leave me alone already.
The anger created by his harsh words bled over to Delvin like a contagion. Wait, said Delvin suddenly. Did someone just say contagion? Yes, I believe so. What of it? Well, the villager told us to watch out for contagious words, right? The mayor leaned forward with renewed interest, pushing a startled Weiss aside in the process. He must have said something, right? Asked the mayor. Some specific combination of words? What was it? It was about dreaming or something that dreams or... Oh, what the hell was it? A sheep? Cried Weiss suddenly, blurting out the first thing that popped into his head. The others stared at him for a moment before slowly shaking their heads. After a few minutes of thought, Delvin's face suddenly lit up. I remember, he said. Those who dream. That's what he said. I'm sure of it. At this point, the mayor produced a thick sheaf of paper from his pocket. He flipped through them a few times before finally nodding his approval at Delvin. That sounds right, he said, as a stray sheet of paper fluttered to the ground. My notes also mentioned something about that. I bet it was the last thing you heard before you fell asleep. The mayor shook his head. His worn pencil stub tracing lines across a long piece of paper. For the last month, I've done nothing but study the disease we call the death dream, he said. I mean, I'm the mayor, right? It's my job to protect people from whatever comes along. But I never expected a couple of outsiders to start entering people's dreams. The mayor paused, a grimace crossing his face. I should probably be taking notes or something. Weiss immediately fired back. I applaud the force of will it takes to research a disease of your own dreams, he said. But perhaps we should bend your efforts to escaping this place instead of trying to understand it. The mayor's hand tightened around his pencil, snapping the tip. I've tried to escape. From the very first moment I realized I was locked in my own dream. I've been looking for a way out, but I don't think it exists. I mean, this is my dream, right? If there was an exit, I'd know about it. He paused for a moment, his unfocused eyes staring at nothing. My village was so beautiful, he said to no one in particular. And it was filled with the most wonderful people you could ever hope to meet. But once this disease took hold of things, Ellipses changed. It's like someone took a sponge and soaked all the color out of our lives. I just want us to be whole again. I just want us to be free. I won't stop trying until that happens. Delvin nodded in agreement. Huh? Wait a second. I didn't nod. Look, if we can be any help, Delvin said, just ask. Now hold on. I did not just say that. Silence, cries Weiss. The grimoire looked from Delvin to the mayor and back again, his face filled with confidence. Grimoire's Weiss is always confident, thank you very much. Now see here, Mayor, you told us that nothing can escape the dream without your knowing it. But yet, you seem to be surprised seeing us when we first arrived, yes? The mayor slowly raised his head, realization dawning on his face. Oh my God, he said, you're right. I had no idea you were coming. The human imagination is a limitless engine, said Weiss, and dreams are the fuel. If you can imagine an exit, then it must be so. With your permission, shall we search it out? Thank you, said the mayor. I don't know how I could repay you. Payment is not required, as we are as eager as you to be done with this place. The mayor suddenly felt as if he could breathe again. He almost forgotten what it was like. Good luck, you two, he called at the departing form of Delvin and Weiss. We're all counting on you. As Delvin slowly faded into the misty forest, the mayor was struck with a sense of déjà vu. I saw this man once before. But where? Delvin's mood darkened as he trudged through the forest. Hours earlier, when the beauty of the place was still a new thing, he'd been confident they'd get in, find an exit, and be home in time for dinner. But the deeper they went, the more forest closed around him. The mist made it difficult to see more than a foot in any direction. The moss-covered rocks seemed determined to twist his ankle. More than once, he had been forced to steady himself on the rough tree bark. His hands now left small trails of blood on everything he touched. Additionally, Weiss was proving to be a spectacularly poor travel companion. Unhindered by either terrain or physical effort, he spent most of his time urging Delvin to pick up the pace and grumbling about their slow progress. Finally, Weiss mustered something about legless turtles being more adept at navigating the environment. Delvin snapped. Okay, Weiss, cram it for a second, would you? You don't have to walk. Delvin leaned against a tree and tried to stretch the knots from his back. How can this stupid forest be so big? He muttered to himself. The moment the words tumbled from his mouth, a cacophony of insects sprang to life. Every imaginable form of buzz, click, and hiss roared out at the volume that rattled his teeth. Delvin slipped his hand over his ears to be heard. Slipped his hands over his ears and screamed to be heard. Weiss, what's going on? Delvin could see Weiss's mouth moving, but he might as well have been shouting in a tornado. The insects screamed, the forest howled, and then, just as Delvin's ears seemed ready to tear from his head and go running for cover, the sound diminished. Hesitantly, he removed his hands from his left ear and listened to the creatures of the woods. Zree, 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 zree. Shock, shock, shock. Woo 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 ma. Woo 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 ma. Chick, chick, chee. Chick, 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 chee. As all the insects' symphony dimmed another decibel, Delvin began to detect patterns in the sound. This isn't random, he thought. It's just white noise. It's not just white noise, it's something else. The insects were just calling out. They were asking a question. 1 with it is lacking. 2 with it is ideal. 3 with it is dangerous. What is it? My pages! Is this a riddle? I guess so. I mean, it feels sort of forced, but maybe it's the key to getting out of this place? Then I'll leave it to you to answer. 1 with it is lacking. 2 with it is ideal. 3 with it is dangerous. What is it? The answer. Secret? Seesaw? How should I know? Something that is ideal with 2 people, but dangerous with 3. Oh, it's a seesaw. Vice's mouth flew open before he could say anything, and the word suddenly shifted. Re-re-wah! Re-re-wah! Skit, skit, key! Skit, skit, key! When Delvin came to, he was once again surrounded by the sounds of insects. The cries of the insects were creating words he had heard somewhere before. 1 with it is lacking. 2 with it is ideal. 3 with it is dangerous. What is it? By my pages, is this a riddle? I guess so. I mean, I sort of feels forced, but maybe it's the key to getting out of this place? Then I'll leave it to you to answer. 1 with it is lacking. 2 with it is ideal. 3 with it is dangerous. What is it? A secret? Inwardly furious that Vice left the task to him, Delvin sighed and gave the only answer that made sense. It's a secret. Right? The sound of the insects stopped as suddenly as it began. The forest undergrowth parted before Delvin like a rippling wave, opening a new path. These forest arthropods are making a road for us, said Vice with glee. Pleased at passing the test, Delvin moved on with new intensity. The path offered his body relief from the undergrowth, but gave even greater cheer to his mind. As long as they were on the path, their journey had a purpose. I guess the forest has accepted us, huh? Said Delvin after a bit. Vice spun around to face his companion. Do not mistake the will of the forest for some happy pet you could suddenly befriend. We have no idea where this path leads. As Vice finished speaking, the pair turned a corner and found themselves facing a clear forest spring. Smiling, Delvin picked up a small rock and sent it skipping across the surface of the water. Good heavens, said Vice. His surprise was understandable. Each time the rock struck the surface, a musical note rang out. When the rock finally stopped moving and sank to the bottom, the ripples it left behind came together to form words. I enter through the window. I break no glass. When the night falls, I vanish. What am I? Absurdly easy, barked Vice. Now answer it! Delvin gritted his teeth and tried not to reach out and strangle his companion. He's right, after all. This one's pretty easy. I enter through the window. I break no glass. When night falls, I vanish. What am I? A bird. A letter. Sunlight. A plume of water suddenly burst from the spring. Sunlight filled through the trees, reflected off the plume, creating a shimmering rainbow that spanned the entire horizon. In all my years, said Vice softly, I have never seen such a sight. Perhaps I have misunderstood the intentions of this place? Hey, look, cried Delvin, awakening Vice from his daze. There's a house or something over there. Glancing in the direction of his friend's extended hand, Vice saw a small cottage nestled along the trees. That's weird, isn't it, Vice? I mean, who would build a house all the way out here? Delvin walked over and pounded on the door. After a minute of solid banging, the door cracked open. A small man peered out. His body was cloaked from the neck to toe in a large black cape, while his face was obscured by mist. Began Delvin before he could get any further. The cloaked man held a hand up and began speaking. I have 4 legs in the morning, 2 at noon, and in the other night with 3. What am I? Delvin tried to ask the cloaked man who he was and what he was doing there, but simply repeated the question. If we wish to engage this man in conversation, said Vice, it seems we must answer his riddle. Yeah, I suppose, said Delvin. Well, at least it's an easy one. I have 4 legs in the morning and 2 at noon. But at the end of the night... But I end the night with 3. What am I? A man, an angel, or a demon? These are great questions, great answers. A demon? As soon as the words were spoken, the forest began to swirl around them. Leaves browned and fell across the trees. Branches withered and died. A tall green grass shriveled into dark curls of ash. Suddenly, a massive demon appeared before Delvin and unleashed a tremendous roar. Wrong! No, try again! I have 4 legs in the morning and 2 at noon, but in the night with 3. What am I? An angel? As the words were spoken, Delvin found himself covered in snow with perfect white feathers. A warm, gentle glow, or a warm, gentle feeling ran up his spine as a creature of an imaginable beauty shimmered into existence. Delvin found himself unable to hold back tears as the being's voice rang out. You're incorrect. Please make another choice. I have 4 legs in the morning, 2 at night, and I end at noon with 3. What am I? A man. The mist dissolved from the cloak figure as he spoke a single word. Correct. With that, the man flung his garment aside, revealing his true identity. You're the mayor, cried Delvin. The small man slowly began to shake his head. I am not the mayor, you know. Now listen to my words. Long ago, I saw a version of you that was not yourself. Sorry? What's that mean? It will make sense in time. At present, I simply congratulate you on cracking the seal of the death dream. You must go to the person at the forest entrance. With that, the man turned his heel and slammed the door behind him. As Delvin watched, mist seeped from the ground and enveloped the cottage, erasing it from existence. When Delvin and Vice returned to the forest entrance, they found the mayor leaning against a tree. And as soon as he caught up sight to this duo, he sprung to his feet and scrambled over to them. Good gravy, he cried. You made it! You must actually be back! His left hand grasped Delvin's and pumped it so fiercely it threatened to dislodge it from the socket, while his right seized Vice by the cover and swung him through the air. Gah! By the heavens, stop shaking me, you fool! We have not even told you if we succeeded or not. The mayor smiled broadly and shook his head. I'm just happy you're alive. I didn't think I'd ever see you again. Delvin withdrew himself from the mayor's eager handshake with a slight smile. We broke the Death Dream's seal, he said. At least I think we did. The mayor's face beamed as Delvin filled him on the details. When the tale was done, the three of them laid down on the forest ground and fell asleep. Delvin cocked his head. Okay, hang on a second. This is crazy. Why would we just lay down and go to sleep? Cease your endless prattle and go to sleep, fool. Fighting against the rules of this place is futility itself. Delvin and the mayor obeyed, reclined across the grassy top. Obediently reclined. Have you forgotten? Continued Vice. It is words that control the Death Dream. Words that allow us to move from place to place. No matter how unnatural it seems, the words are absolute. Therefore, if the words tell us to go to sleep, then sleep we shall. And once we do, the story will continue. With that, the trio found their eyes growing heavy. Their breath slowed. This is the first time, ellipses, began the mayor. The first time I felt tired, ellipses, since I was, ellipses, imprisoned here, ellipses. His words were cut off by a loud, long yawn, and he remembered nothing more. They might have been asleep for an hour or a year, but when they awoke, things had a slightly more real quality to them. The mist felt thicker, the leaves greener. It was clear they had awoken from their dreams. Delvin shook the mayor's hand gently. Good news, he said. I think we made it. Oh, wow, said the mayor in an odd voice. We did. I'm back. He blinked once, and then again, as if not quite believing the sight before him. You two have no idea how much this means. The Death Dream was spreading through our village, and I wanted to, ellipses, well, I thought I could figure out how to stop it, but I guess that wasn't the case. I must have caught the disease and become trapped in my own dream. The mayor started to stand, and then collapsed back to the earth. He stared at his legs as if trying to remember how they worked, then glanced at Delvin and shrugged. Without a word, the young man reached down to pull the mayor to his feet. A real life may take some getting used to, said the mayor, in a weary smile across his lips. You should relearn in short order. I am sure, said Vice. For now, you should return to your home and rest. No, said the mayor, swaying on unsteady feet. I cannot. Some of the villagers still are trapped in the Death Dream. I have to save them. The mayor slowly made his way to the divine tree in the center of the village and bowed his head and prayed silently. This is a holy tree, he explained. When the prayer was finished, it's the guardian of our village's history and memories. Superstitions will only make the mission here harder, muttered Vice. We should not put our faith in the gods. The mayor shook his head. Not the gods, the words. Legends say that our tree is home to a powerful magic known as a sealed verse. Delvin and Vice could not contain their surprise. It seemed a goal had been found in the most unexpected place. I say, muttered Vice, this is certainly a stroke of luck. As the three of them said their goodbyes, Delvin mentioned a strange man who had given them the third riddle, the mysterious words he had left with them. "I once saw a version of you that was not yourself," muttered the mayor. What in the world does that mean? Lost in thought, he stared into space for a long moment. You know, he said softly, this is going to sound odd, but I had a feeling I've seen you before too. Delvin tried to keep a straight face and failed. The mayor didn't seem to notice. Deja vu, right? Anyway, I figure it's just some kind of illusion created by the death dream. It probably doesn't mean anything. Delvin gave the mayor a nod and smile. But inwardly, his thoughts were racing. There's something wrong about this mayor and his words. What exactly is going on here, Ellipses? That riddle would prove to be the most difficult of them all.
Oh, thank you so much. Now I can finally return to a normal life.
This is one of the most bizarre diseases I have ever encountered.
I know. That's why we have to help the other villagers, no matter what.
Sealed verse, Dark Execution. And with that one...
For a sealed verse, that didn't take much effort.
Yes, all a touch too easy if you ask me. It's almost as if someone was guiding us to this village.
Don't overthink advice.
Before I continue, I must hit this. As for we are not complete. Double ellipses.
This person must be dreaming too.
It would appear that way, yes.
Yep.
Can't say I'm very excited to go back there. That dream world sort of creeps me out.
Perhaps you should spend less time complaining and more time getting on with the mission.
Yeah.
I breathe air scented with death and resist the urge to laugh, for I know it will sound like the words of a madman. How long have I been in this flesh hell? My box, my prison, is tucked beneath a stairway in a long unused catacombs. In some infinite castle outside, I hear the sound of a funeral dirge as it passes without end. Light has no place here. Wind is a forgotten friend. I pray for death to come, but he forsakes me. Time passes, an eternity slips by in a single tick of the clock. Someone knocks on my prison. Anyone there? I hear an unfamiliar voice. My savior. I claw at the door of my jail, embedding thick splinters under my ragged nails. I scream for help. I laugh. I sob. Surely this is a product of my addled mind. Surely it cannot be true. Help me, I cry. For the love of the gods, help me. Impossibly, I hear the sound of a lock being torn out and falling to the floor. As the door slowly creaks open, I have just enough time to see a silver-haired boy and a floating book before the light pours inside. My eyes, accustomed to the darkness, explode with pain, and I am forced to look away. Who are you? I ask, shaking my hands to covering my eyes. How have you come inside this place? I am Grimoire Noir. This is Delvin. Long have we been searching for you. Now come, stand. We shall awaken from this nightmare together. There was the one known as Delvin extended his hand to pull me from my cell. Though my eyes are slow to adjust to freedom, My ears are keen as ever, and I recognize the staccato sound of heavy rain. I never thought I'd hear that again, I whisper. Would that this were not such a terrible storm, said Grimoire Weiss. Look at your feet. I force my eyes open and I see water pooling around my ankles and lapping at my shins. There's so much of it. Yes, and more comes each moment we delay. If we do not make good our escape, we shall drown in this castle. We know you are weak, but you are the only hope we have to survive this place. Time, that long forgotten friend, made itself known again. I nodded my head and swore to save my rescuers, no matter the cost. The castle catacombs are a maze, twisting upon themselves like endless entrails of a giant. I squint down the corridors. I head north. Alright, so we head north. At the end of the corridor, I find a row of 20 gorgeous canopied beds resting atop a carpeted velvet. All are covered in a thick layer of dust and cobwebs. Searching for a door at the end of the room, I come across a shapeless mass of gray matter. It has been shoved against the side of the wall. Despite my fever, I think I see the outline of a door just beyond. I reach out with my finger and touch a piece of the mass. It turns to dust and drifts away on the wind. Realization slowly dawns. I fall to my knees and weep. Corpses. I face a mountain of charred, crumbling corpses. I look from it to the beds and back again until the horror dawns upon me. Someone has piled these bodies into a tower and set them ablaze. Whether they were alive or dead, I do not know, and sanity will not permit me to consider the further. I make a sound, whether screams or laughter, I cannot be certain. Then my mind grants me merciful blackness, and I find myself opening the door and leaving the most terrible of rooms. I squint down the corridor. I just came north, so I think I have to go east. I squint down the corridor. Well, I just went east, so I'll maybe north. Now this one's a choice. Let's go north again. At the end of the path, the water rises to my waist, exhausting me both physically and spiritually. I pray that this is the way out. Eventually, I could stand the sight of the water no longer, so I turn my eyes upward. Imagine my surprise when I see a series of paintings hanging on folded plaster wall. Each depicts a person in their prime of life, clad in clothing of the highest quality. The styles forever are strange to me, leading me to believe these people lived long ago. One subject wears an outfit that particularly catches my eye. It is constructed of thin, breezy cloth. It is decorated with a motif of flowers and birds. While encircling the figure's waist is a leather belt of the most perfect construction. It is a stunning costume, even by modern standards. I gaze upon the portrait, and struck by desire, I touch it with my own hands, and yet extend a single finger to the paintings. I am gripped with the most uneasy feelings. Staring closely at the image, I see a bend and warp to the shape of another finger. Something behind the picture is poking at me? Is that another prisoner? A fellow inmate trapped for eternity in this place? I cannot let it pass, so I seize the portrait with both hands and throw it into the water. The wall is hollow behind the painting. The wall is hollow behind the painting, and inside I can make out a body. Whether or not it is a prisoner, there would be no rescue. The poor soul is long dead. Scraps of clothing lie on the floor around the bones. Scraps of clothing lie on the floor around the bones. Yeah. Only a small amount of fabric has survived, but its features the same delicate details that were depicted on the portrait. I have been admiring a row of corpses blocked from view, the portrait of each victim at their pinnacle. Enough! Shielding my eyes, I paddled forward through the water. Well, it looks like we went north, and now we gotta go back south. So we went north, and we came from the east. No, we came from the north, so south would just take us back to that one room we were at before all of this one, so let's try west. At the end of the path, At the end of the path, a row of heavy wooden casks lie on their sides in a dark corner. Doubtless they are filled with wine. My thirst roars to life. I cannot remember the last time my parched throat had relief. I scramble to the first cask and pull frantically at the cork. The theft of a few cups means nothing, I tell myself. The cask would be ruined by the floods regardless. Finally, the cork surrenders to my attack, and a thick red liquid bursts forth from the hole. This is no wine. This is blood, still warm from the body. Whether animal or something else, I cannot say. The foul liquid soon mixes with the floodwaters, creating a warmth that laps against my thighs. By all the gods! Are the rest of the casks filled with blood as well? I lack the courage to confirm my suspicions. Disgust quickly becomes fear as I turn to flee, but my weakened legs betray me, sending me toppled over into a red ocean below. I smell of death everywhere. Oh, the smell of death is everywhere. It threatens to consume me. I must escape this hell, crawling on all fours like an animal, holding back screams lest any foulness enter my mouth. I lurch forward through the red waters and out of the room for freedom. Alright, so we went back east. I think we go east. At the end of the path, I find myself in a great hall with the sound of rain for comfort. Waterlogged red carpet sloshes beneath my feet as I approach the center of the room. Once there, I behold a beautiful dining table, upon which rests china and silverware of the finest construction, as well as the remnants of fantastic feasts. As my eyes continue to adjust, I see that the chairs surrounding the table each hold a dinner guest. Noticing movement, I approach the chair at the table's head, but as the truth of the matter dawns upon me, I recoil in horror. The host of the feast is a corpse, as are all the invited guests. An army of foul, wrangling insects have made homes in their remains, and this is the movement I saw. This once splendid feast is now nothing more than a requiem of the damned. I have a moment to study my shaking hands and then slowly back away from the table. Desperate to lose sight of the abomination before me, my gaze lands upon the chairs which the dead are seated. This is a mistake, for the chairs prove to be even more terrible than the feast itself. Each one is covered with layers of spikes that run from the seat up the back and down the arms. This explains the color of the carpet beneath my feet. I can only pray unfortunate diners were dead when the meal began, for if not, it is a simple task to envision the agonized screams that must have sprung forth from their mouths. My mind gasped frantically at the possibility that these souls had committed some terrible crime for which this was punishment, though in truth I suspect they had committed no crime at all. There would be no tomorrow for these unfortunates. This was their last supper. I squint down the hall. We just came from the east, so going west would take us back, so we're going north. The water is risen to my chin and now laps greedily at my mouth and nose. "You dumb bast!" shouts Delvin. He surely desires to say more, but the rest of the insult is cut off short by the rising water. Grimoire Weiss, wet and tattered, floats on the water's surface. It is already too late for him. This isn't how it's supposed to be. And this is why I saved. Alright, so looks like we go north, east, something like that.
It's
can't.
Alright, I'm gonna try to blast through this one real quick. Let's see. Proceed north. Yes. East, yes. And then north again. Alright. I think it was east. Yeah, east. So north. Against all hope, we make it to the front door. "Bring it down!" someone cries. So I give myself to the effort. In tandem with Devlin and Grimoire Weiss, I slam my body against the thick, sturdy door. On the third try, it gives way, and we find ourselves sprawled out on the ground outside the castle. The storm is in retreat. The clouds above are still dark and foreboding. But to the west, I could see a thin shimmer of sunlight trying to break through. "How can I thank you?" I cry as tears join the rain on my cheek. "I would surely have died in there." Looking down, I suddenly notice my dress is in tatters, and sheepishly try to cover my exposed skin. "Your dress?" asked Weiss. "Then you were a woman, madam?" "I am." I proffer to a smile. I suppose that comes as something of a surprise, seeing how I exist only in the form of words. I could see that the one known as Delvin is disappointed that the torn dress will be given no further description, but he hides it well. With a nod and a shrug, the three of them set forth to our awakening. Behind us, an awakening of another kind takes place. Black smoke fills an abandoned castle, providing the countless damned souls in their final shroud. After a moment, the castle's windows shatter with a mighty roar. The fresh breeze blows through the hallways and corridors, clearing the smoke away for good. As we watch in awe, uncountable black shadows flicker to life, crossing to and fro in front of the broken windows. The castle's dead have now awakened in their new life as shades.
You have anything to say about that?
Hopefully there will be no labyrinth next time.
I hear that.
Alright, there's one, and then there's one left. this guy.
And another victim. This work certainly is trying.
Yes.
I figured a book like you would be into all this word stuff, Vice.
Even I have my exceptions. Now let's be off.
A colony of massive sculptures was visible on the distance, their tall forms scraping against the sky. Vice and Delvin had never seen such a sight. Their eyes widened as they tried to take it in.
Those buildings must be huge if we can see them from this far away. What do you think, Vice?
As Vice considered his answer, the sun beat down on them with renewed ferocity.
Perhaps they are some manner of mirage.
Under this heat, a mirage or two would hardly be an unexpected sight. Delvin nodded and wiped the sweat off his brow, leaving a trail in the sand in its place. He thought he'd never been so thirsty. The ancient road on which they walked was black and cracked with age. Here and there, thin wisps of grass pushed up through the rocky surface, as if defying those who had laid its material down over their home. The heat reflected from the road made Delvin lightheaded. His feet hurting, he crouched down to rest. I don't know how much longer I can do this. Is someone playing a joke on us or what? The complaining had already begun. Vice tried not to let his eyes roll so much. A joke? He said. No joke. This road leads to the city of art. Perhaps the path itself is simply some manner of grand artistic work. You shouldn't sound so sure of yourself there. Perhaps not, but thinking of it in this way might make it easier for you to bear. Delvin glanced at Vice's grinning face, shook his head, and resumed walking. As time passed, Delvin's feet grew more painful, his throat drier than he thought possible. He tried not to look further than the next step ahead, because the bright sunlight made him hesitant to trust his own senses. "We are definitely getting closer," said Vice in an effort to cheer his companion. "Yes, this much is certain." Encouraged, Delvin lifted his gaze. Suddenly, he stopped walking, choosing instead to stand in the middle of the road with his mouth and eyes wide open and his finger pointing at the distance. "Water!" he cried. "It's water!" "Water?" asked Vice. "Preposterous! I don't see any water. Over there! Just ahead of us, look, the sun is reflecting off of it." Without waiting for a response, Delvin sprang to life and bounded toward the sight. What in the... There was no water. There was nothing but sand in every direction. I'm gonna sip some water. Myself, because I have it. Delvin closed his eyes and sighed at Vice, floated up behind him, and chuckled softly. "I believe this is known as a mirage," he said. "Many a desert traveler has spoken of such things." Delvin shook his head, bewildered. Suddenly he pointed off in the distance, his eyes widened once more. "Wait, there it is! I just missed it! Look, it's right there!" Delvin sprinted off again, leaving Vice with no choice but to follow. After a few moments of running, Delvin came to a halt. I should have known it was right here. I could have sworn it was right here. Confused, he put his hands up to his eyes and rubbed them vigorously. As soon as he stopped, he noticed a blue shimmering pool of clear water just over the next rise. Without a shout, he bounded off in search for it. The chase continued for nearly an hour, until an exasperated Vice finally floated up to Delvin and struck him in the face with his own cover. "Enough of this! Enough, you blithering idiot! Stop this at once! There is no water here!" Delvin's face clouded. "There, ellipses isn't?" "There is not, and perhaps next time you will listen to me when I tell you as much." Vice paused for a moment, then continued, speaking in a slightly kinder tone. "However, I suppose those mad chases was not altogether wasted. It seems we have arrived in the City of Art. Delvin looked up. Stretched out before him was a row of impossibly tall sculptures. Their journey was at an end. "They're huge!" cried Delvin, completely forgetting the heat and pain from the past few hours. "I've never seen anything so big!" Each sculpture was formed from roughly the same shape, a tall rectangle that stretched up to the sky. But that's where the similarities ended. Most were covered with panels of glass that reflected light in 1,000 directions. Others seemed to be nothing but frames of steel. Some had tall spires on the top, while others possessed triangular caps. "What kind of city is this, Delvin?" said Delvin. "Where are the people? Where are the houses?" "Perhaps this land is intended exclusively for artistic use." The debate continued as they made their way through the city. Miracles of artistry were everywhere. Great iron crates with wheels sat silent on steel rails. Beautifully carved works with lights of red, amber, and green dangled over every street, as if they moved away from the massive sculptures. As they moved away from the massive sculptures, they found a great array of smaller ones. Some were covered in glass or brick, but many were composed of materials they had never seen before or never before encountered. The sheer variety of colors and styles was staggering. Unable to find a theme or purpose to the abstract works around them, Delvin and Weiss eventually fell silent. On the outskirts of the city, they discovered 3 sculptures in the shape of humans. Delvin uttered a sigh of relief as he approached them. "Finally! I was getting tired of modern art." The 3 statues were indistinguishable, except for a single word chiseled into their right arms. One read Alpha, one read Beta, and the final read Gamma. Delvin moved to touch the nearest statue. A bird flew from the top of one of the sculptures, aligning on the statue's shoulder. It emitted a brief, beautiful song that took the form of words. "Only one form is real, the others are false. The real form will always speak the truth. The false ones will speak only lies." With that, the bird departed. As if on cue, the 3 statues shuddered to life, acquiring color and form as they began to breathe. "Hey, look at that," Delvin said. "They're alive." The triplets bowed before Delvin. "Please," said Alpha, "you have to get me out of this nightmare. I am real." "Stop lying, Beta." He turned to Delvin and threw his hands in the air. "Alpha's fake. You know, I'm the real one." "What a load of crap," said Gamma. "Beta is fake. Everyone knows that I'm the only real one here." Their respective pleas given, the 3 statues returned to their frozen state as silence once again enveloped the city. "When you consider all 3 statements, only one of them could be the real thing," said Weiss. Delvin furrowed his brow and considered his answer. "Only one is real, the others are false. The real form only speaks truth, the false ones only speak lies." Alright. Alpha said he's real, and the others are liars. Beta said Alpha is a liar, Beta is real. While Gamma says Beta is a liar, I am the real one. So, let's assume that Alpha is the one that's only speaking truth. That means these ones are liars. But what if Alpha is the liar? That means Alpha is not it, and the other two are. Beta said Alpha is a liar and Beta is real. So if Beta was lying, Alpha is real, Beta is not real. Meanwhile, Gamma says that Beta is the liar and Gamma is the only truth speaker. And if Beta was lying, then he isn't the real one and Alpha is. Fuck. I figured this one out last time. I know it. Alpha said he's a truth speaker. The others are liars. And they both can't be correct, so that means scratch Alpha and Beta. So it's Gamma, right? The real one is Gamma. The eyes of the statues shone with an eerie light. The light grew stronger and stronger until Delvin and Vice forced to look away.
It would seem we failed.
Shit!
Yeah,
We'd best act more carefully now.
this is the worst job ever.
At least I don't have to restart from the...
Another victim.
I figured a...
Even
Alright. Where's the statues? Please let me out of this nightmare. I am real. Where'd my book go? Where'd my little notepad? There you are. Oh, so Alpha didn't say anything about the other ones. I am real. B says Alpha fake. He's the real one. And then Gamma says Beta is fake. All right. All right. So if only one is a realer and the others are liarers, then which one is a liarers? If we were to flip his thing, he'd be a liar. It can't be Alpha. I don't think. B goes, A is a liar. B is real. So if B was lying, A would be a truther. Because B is a liar. And A would be a liar. But we already tried G, so I'm gonna go with B. The real one is Beta, though Devin's voice betrayed a notable lack of confidence. He was relieved to see Rice nodding with him. If Alpha is telling the truth, began Vice in a dry tone in a lecture, Beta and Gamma would be fakes. But in that case, Gamma's claim that Beta is a fake would be true, even though Gamma is a liar. Therefore, their theory crumbles. Now let us presume that Gamma spoke truths. That makes Alpha and Beta liars. In this situation, however, Beta is calling Alpha a liar, which would mean that the two statues are telling the truth. Finally, let's assume that Beta is telling the truth. If so, Alpha and Gamma would be liars. That would make sense. Therefore, Beta is real. As Vice finished his explanation, Alpha and Gamma crumbled away soundlessly into dust, while Beta sprang into life once more. Congratulations, villager, Vice said in a cheery voice. The time to awaken has arrived. Thank you for saving me, cried the villager. He dropped to his knees and bowed his head as low as he could before an uncomfortable Delvin pulled him back to his feet. Why did you have a dream like this? Asked Vice. Have you been to a city like this before? Have you been to this city before? The villager slowly looked around at the bizarre objects and sculptures that dotted the landscape and shook his head. I don't think so. I mean, it's impossible, right? There's no way I could ever been into a place like this. But at the same time, I feel like I've seen it before. Deja vu, muttered Devlin. Just like the mayor. The vague sense of unease that struck Devlin during the mayor's dream spread once more through his mind.
That was rough.
I am positive I have seen that place before.
Okay, that's enough. Don't need you getting all weird on me too. Okay, there. Now all the villagers can wake up, right?
Yes, if the mayor's assumption was correct. I think I have had enough wordplay to last a lifetime. Thank you very much.
You're telling me. Anyway, let's go see the mayor.
Oh, how wonderful. Thank you so much. Here, I have something for you.
The one-handed sword Faith.
Wow, this looks valuable. I can really have it?
Of course. It's apparently a weapon of some renown, but we have little use for it.
Well, we appreciate it.
Thank you again for everything.
Oh, 20% magic. And it's not that much weaker. I'll take it. Anecdotal weed! Alright. I think that was it. Let's go back to town, because I believe that's all. So I think I will end this one with this mission.
So how was the village?
Holy shit!
Oh, it was truly magnificent. There are no words. Really.
Neat.
Let's get back to Popola. She'll probably want to know what's going on in there.
I don't think I can hit those birds. Nice. It actually went a lot faster than I remember. That reading section. I also can't read so good, so that's probably why the last one took me forever. Oh.
The death dream certainly is a strange illness.
Yeah, it was something all right.
Even I, with my natural love for words, have no desire to visit that place ever again.
You guys did well. You've been making a lot of long trips lately. Are you sure you're not pushing yourself too hard?
I'm okay. I can't just sit around all day while Yona's sick, after all.
If you say so.
So, anything I can do for you?
Well, I suppose there is one thing I could use a hand with. Have you heard about our plans to repair the canal? The work probably won't happen for a while, but once it's done, we can use the canal for trade and travel and all kinds of useful things. Unfortunately, however, we're a bit behind schedule at the moment. If you're willing to help out, I'd really appreciate it.
No problem. What do you need?
Great. So, the man I originally asked to help on this project hasn't shown up for work in a few days. I'm starting to get a little worried. So, maybe you can head over to Seafront and check up on him? I'll mark the location of his house. He always carries a red bag over his shoulder, so he should be easy enough to find.
Got it.
Nice. A plan for next episode. Go to Seafront. Maybe they have watermelon. Thanks. I do my best, even if my best is only okay.
A canal, is it? Fascinating. If we had a ferry, we could put these days of endlessly running about behind us.
Don't you just float everywhere anyway?
Do you think I am borne aloft by the winds, lad? It takes stamina to maintain this height.
Oh,
That's why I float
really?
up and down sometimes.
You could at least try to hide the utter dismay, you know.
And now we save for the final time for today. I forgot I can't get on that. That's alright. There's nothing much left to do. Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna end it by going to the bar. The tavern, rather. Sorry. I don't know if there's a difference. I like how the exit blinks faster than these guys.